Is there? It is not in here, is it? The draft. Oh, dang it. Oh, 'cause yes, it doesn't. Our draft guide isn't in here, is it?
And where?
The Google Docs.
No.
It's probably. The Google Docs.
Okay, let's see over here.
Can't see.
Just the chat's a little pop up.
Okay.
I might just sit on the floor. I think I'm not going to be comfortable with leaning up and back and leaning up.
So you're gonna have to sit on the floor?
I think I'm going to have to. I mean, for now I'm fine, but at some point here in the next 2.5 hours, I'm going to have to.
It's quite the delay. Oh, see, I didn't even realize you can see me.
And this is a small delay. This one.
Coming up. So this one. What is this?
This is the Google
YouTube?
Hangout that
Yeah, see, because you can bend that towards us a little bit. And then, yeah, like we're basically
and then I can also someone hook up my phone too. I'll have both going.
right here.
One viewer. Unless it's us. Is it counting us? Might be counting us.
Hmm?
So there's one viewer, but I think it's us.
Yeah, probably. Oh, you're actually live right now. Yeah, you are, it looks like.
On what?
Live.
Wait, what are we talking about? Who's live? Oh, this is live on here, yeah. I did try, I turned it on.
Okay. Hey, quick button. After in hot pursuit for Scandal. All right. I just need to get ready.
Yeah, we can just talk as we're. Where do I put this? Right here? I gotta flip it around.
You should just have it recording the
recording the recording?
Yeah.
Like that?
There's some read. Oh, what about the comments though? Can you see those still?
Oh yeah. Oh, I can do this. See, luckily, you have the ability to move this.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And we're now live on both.
Okay. Wait, so are you even recording?
No, just we're not recording anything.
Yeah.
Well, it's still, it sounds better for that. That's why it's on there.
Oh, I didn't realize it. Okay. Let's turn this back on. Special tricks.
McPhee and Ray Shearer of the New Jersey Devils just had a conversation.
Oh, here we go.
We'll let people jump on before we start talking about anything because we're not ready either. That's how we roll. We don't like to be prepared. We should get chargers out too. Isn't your normal shit? Okay, that's not good. Technical difficulties are fun. Why isn't this working? Invite people.
All right, we might as well start talking after 2 people.
Yeah. Well, Bill, this is our fun, 2 hours we're going to do here? So we're going to pretend we're going to be run the radio right now. We're not going to do a little hour podcast here. This is live. This isn't going to be, well, I guess in a way it's recorded because you can watch it back on Periscope or you can watch it back on YouTube once you figure out the technical glitch there that we're stumbling through right now. For those of you that are on right now, I appreciate you jumping on with us.
I say this would be a lot more interactive. So a lot more watching the comments.
Yeah. We're still working through technical difficulties. That's why I'm kind of stumbling through here. I'm just filling air instead of being quiet. So once we get going here, we can I'll be more in tune to what's really going on.
Let's pull up the trades for today.
There you go. Bill can roll them off. Go to the handy dandy Beyond the Blade trade tracker. First question: Sabres take Liljegren early.
Do they take him? What do you think? I'm thinking.
I don't know.
I'm feeling Tippett. I
think it is too. I think it's forward. I think they go forward.
I'm feeling Tippett.
Don't worry, we can put it on YouTube later. Eric is in.
All right, let's go.
All right. When your partner's in, you got to be really professional here.
Yeah, we'll figure out YouTube another day.
We'll just have to say cover one every like half hour. I'll just randomly say it.
All right, so the first big one.
Yeah, go ahead.
I really for Strome.
Yeah.
So
let's do that. Let's rattle through the trades first here, because we have about Bill and I were talking about this. Yeah, the draft starts in 5 minutes, but they're going to talk about New Jersey for 10 minutes, and then New Jersey's going to make their pick, and then they're going to have Patrick walk up and take 15 pictures and all that good stuff. So it might be a while on that end of it. But yeah, run off the trades. What do we got?
All right, so we got Eberle.
That was yesterday, right?
Strome. Yep.
Ridiculous. Another year of most ridiculous trade of all time.
Yeah, we'll get into that one for sure. Schlemko for the 5th rounder.
Okay.
Ben Riebsdyk and a 7th for the 2nd. Stepan and Ranta today for the 1st round pick, and Anthony D'Angelo.
Okay.
Panarin, Mata, and the 6th for Assad, Forsberg, and a 5th.
Okay.
Chalmerson for Murphy and Delphine.
So where do you want to start?
There's this mini one, but Schroeder for
it's a minor league deal, yeah.
So I wasn't too worried about that one. I think you got to start the Eberle one. For me, seeing it right away, I thought it was just another absolutely terrible Chiarelli trade.
Oh, man.
But I guess you could say the reason they did it was to get the $3.5 million in cap space, which I guess makes a little bit of sense, except for when you realize what they used that money for.
To sign Chris Russell.
And they turned around and gave Chris Russell $4 for $4 million per, which is absolutely ridiculous. So, lucky you have McDavid, I guess you could say.
Yeah, he covers up all those sins, huh?
We'll see how many.
McDavid and Draisaitl.
We can see how many he covers up because I don't know. Chiarelli is. How many bad? I guess. Sagan now, Hall, Eberle. The guy just is notorious for trading away.
What did you told me the other day? I've seen on Twitter too. The official trade is. If you look at his trades, basically the last 2 years, he's traded Taylor Hall and Jordan Eberle for Adam Larson and Ryan Strome.
Yeah,
and I'll give you Adam Larson played okay last year, but
and both of them was because he wanted Lucic, and now because he wanted to sign Russell, which both of them are just For me,
hey man,
I used to be a huge fan of Edmonton when they were drafting all those #1 picks. I was one of those guys.
Finally got it together without those #1 picks.
Well, I was like, I thought for sure. I was like, next year they're going to be really good. Their offense is going to be really good. And I guess it just took McDavid, but they're just getting rid of everybody. It looks like McDavid and Draisaitl are going to be the only ones that kind of survive this. And I am more and more becoming clearly hatred, the opposite end. I'm starting to hate the Edmonton Oilers mostly just because of Chiarelli.
Must be Chiarelli's the general manager.
Yep, there it is. Chiarelli equals poop emoji. I just no, I can't. I can't stand Chiarelli. It doesn't make any sense to me.
So, and that's pretty straightforward. The one I'm kind of interested to get your feel on, because you were kind of close to the Blackhawks too, and I don't know. I mean, I guess we're kind of. I mean, Patrick Kane to kind of follow the Blackhawks here is that Brandon Saad for Panarin deal. Like, I don't know. You're gonna.
They're coming.
You're gonna trade Panarin. I mean, I get it. He's he's a year younger than Panarin. Taves and Kane missed him. I don't know. I mean, yeah, you get a goaltender. You got Anton Forsberg. We all remember Anton Forsberg. He's not that bad anymore. Well, but he almost killed our tank a couple years ago. But
yeah, that's what we're known for here in Buffalo.
I mean, I don't know about that. I get it. Then you trade Jonelson too, and then so Seabrook's still there. He's really not that great anymore, and I just feel like I want to say that Chicago's on the way down. Should be sleep. Okay. I want to say they're on the way down, but it's Chicago. We always think that, like, geez, what are they doing? They got to have a down year, and then they have these kids come out of nowhere. I don't know. Alex DeBrincat can play next year, and he can be awesome. I mean, they always pull these guys out of nowhere.
I mean, that's kind of the thing. Is Chicago, what they've always done is obviously they build really well through the draft. They use their picks. Here comes Bettman, by the way. Let the booze rain down. It's just what they do. And I eventually got to think that their luck is going to run out. I feel like, yes, obviously they had a lot of cap problems this year, but I feel like, when you got swept by Nashville, they panicked a little bit.
Yeah.
And they're kind of making these moves that I don't know if they're getting the best return for them. I mean, Dalmerson. And if you follow that team at all, the guy could block 3 shots in one shift and be hobbling to the bench and then come back out and play, 30 seconds later.
Absolutely.
I think he was one of the most underrated, at least defensively, for the Blackhawks and helping them get through to all these cups. So I think that could be a big loss. Panarin, I mean, we'll see. Saad is good, but Chicago, if I'm Chicago, I'm nervous. Good thing they have the draft this year, huh? Because
yeah.
I don't know how much longer Chicago's reign of terror is going to last here.
Yeah, you have to wonder. I mean, at some point, it has to come to an end. And there was a talk even of Patrick Kane perhaps being moved, and then we both kind of maybe thought was a crazy idea. But I don't know. It appears that they indeed were trying to move guys out. So they moved some big names out. I don't know. I guess you could say that they really missed Brandon Saad, but whatever, man. I mean, I don't know. It just for me, it doesn't make a lot of sense. And I mean, from a Columbus standpoint, the whole Panarin thing, it looks like maybe that could be tied to Kovalchuk. Something we can talk about a little bit later.
Mm-hmm. It's been very quiet on the Kovalchuk front. So you got to wonder what's going on there. Maybe other than that, I mean, it was nice to get some trades in today, but head scratchers for me from Chicago standpoint.
So I feel like now, because we're getting close to that time, if the Batman's done being booed here, the first pick is coming up. I don't know. I think maybe this is probably a time
to change again.
No, it says NHL hockey player, doesn't it? So that's what it said for a while.
He's just trolling.
Oh yeah. But
I loved it though.
I did. Not everybody did, but I didn't mind it. But as I was saying, I think this is the kind of the
plays hockey.
Wait, is he saying it? Oh, belongs to. Okay, never mind. So let's kind of go in order. We're getting some questions here. I'm pressing my mind, but let's go in order. New Jersey. Devils on the clock officially now. There's been talk could be Nico. There could be Nolan Patrick.
Could trade to the third spot.
Could trade to third spot. There was Cal McCarr. That was up earlier. It's I don't know. I told you when I got here, I talked to Dan Rice, and because we were going to have him on a little bit, but we were running behind. And he said the thing is, for him, is he would pick Patrick because he thinks that he was hurt all year long. he didn't drop, which says a lot to him right there. I mean, he didn't play out the season. He didn't drop in the standings. And he also said, I didn't think about this until today when he mentioned to me, the Flyers had the second pick. The Flyers are in gold right now because they'll take whatever guy's there.
Mm-hmm.
But for New Jersey, you, in the back of your head, you kind of have a fear that you have to make the choice here. You pick the wrong one, the next one could terrorize you forever. Not forever, but the next 10 years if you're wrong. So,
yep.
I don't know, but that's the crazy part of it. For me,
I'm taking on the questions, by the way, so we'll get back to that.
Okay. For me, I'll stick to my rankings, and I'll say Patrick should be the pick here. I think you and I are both on the same page that we think he's a slightly better player. But I will say I enjoy the unknown behind it. I mean, after years of having Connor McDavid and Austin Matthews and for sure who's going one, this is interesting. It's exciting, and throughout the whole draft, it's exciting. The pick isn't already, so I'm pretty sure they knew they were picking. I mean, it's pretty exciting to not really know what's going to happen.
So I guess we'll go real quick. What do you guys think? Nico or Nolan?
Run them out.
I got a feeling they're going Nico here. There's been a lot of talk. He
One vote for Patrick.
He didn't start very high at the beginning of the year. I think it was Mackenzie was talking about that early on in the coverage here.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's tough. I'm going to switch and go back to Nolan just because I'm just thinking about it. You're right. I mean, it's you got a guy who has been number one this entire time, and even injuries don't go against that. I guess it's the safer of two picks, you will.
Yeah.
So if they're really worried about having to pick the right guy, I think you can kind of get away with Nolan Patrick here being the pick. So what do you think?
Yeah, mostly Patrick's.
Right.
I think that has to be the pick. I think you hear a lot of these things. I mean, didn't we hear like some people saying even Eichel's here? Like, I don't know, maybe Eichel should go number one. Like you kind of hear those things when you're close,
right?
Like,
that's exactly that was what's
or like the Patrick Laine. Should Toronto maybe take Patrick Laine? Is he maybe better? Like that's the kind of stuff that comes out, and eventually at the end of the day, usually ends up being that guy. But I don't know. We could have a Pierre-Luc Dubois moment here. I mean, I don't think they're going to go Cal McCarr. How much would they win Cal McCarr right here? Just threw everybody off.
That would be fantastic.
And he still has a split screen of
and
Nico and Patrick, and they go Cal McCarr here.
That would be fantastic. I mean, here we go.
Here comes the
I
pick.
think they go Patrick.
Trade news. Oh, that's old. Never mind. I'll do something new.
It sure would. Because what if you're a team trying to move up to 3 for McCarr?
Yeah.
Dubois too.
Here it is.
It's got to be Patrick.
Nico. Wow. They went Nico. There it is.
Good.
Yeah. Nico Hischier, the first overall pick. So Philadelphia gets Nolan Patrick unless they trade it.
Highest guy from Switzerland, right? Like you said.
Ever selected. Now first overall, I'll be able to beat him. So we're off to a interesting start here. I mean, a lot of the guys, the draft guys at the end here kind of had Nico maybe jumping Patrick, but I don't know. I just think Patrick's they're near the same size, but I just think he's the better two-way player, maybe you could say.
Yeah, actually, a good point there is how lucky do you think Philly feels right now?
To be able
to go from 13 to 2 and then get the guy who is
by a lot of people branded as the number one overall pick,
right?
The number one guy. I mean, I'm mildly surprised. Yeah, I guess.
I'm mildly surprised. You can't even come up with words. I guess.
I just hope it works out. Like Dan said, man, Nolan Patrick terrorized you in Philadelphia for ever.
Honestly, though, who really cares about the New Jersey Devils?
Hey, they could ask Galchenyuk. They got a good thing going there. So I'll say,
they actually
say whatever you want again from New Jersey.
They would have to play offense, though, and that's –
yeah, that's true. Well, they don't really have any defense, so that kind of makes sense.
So there you go. So getting back to it, there's a couple questions. The first one, Botterill, if he moves up, what do you think he's doing? Where's he going?
I don't think he moves up. Only way he moves up is I think if Makar gets out of the top 5, then I think he would start thinking about it, considering it, calling. The thing is Vegas is at 6. And if you're Vegas and Makar falls you at 6, I mean, I think you sprint to the podium.
I guess I think the biggest question is, does Vegas move up? Because they have the 3 first-round picks.
Well, the rumor was to 2, but it made the most sense if they went to 2 if there was a goaltender involved. But maybe if it was like Grubauer, but they didn't draft Grubauer, so now I don't feel like.
And here we go for all you lovers of the draft. We already have Datsuk pictured next to Nico. Oh boy. But anyways, yeah, I think the Dallas slot made the most sense.
Yeah. To
move up, but I think it would have been too much. I don't think
Dallas is going to want a defenseman. You don't really have that.
That's problem number 1, and problem number 2 is especially Botterill saying he kind of wanted to be conservative, but takes it conservatively. I don't know that he's moving all the way up to 3. I think you're right. I think if they do move up, it's going to be, oh my goodness, Makar made it to 5.
Yeah, I mean, out of the top 5
or made it to 6. Yeah, and
or
you're not moving up as much.
Or team jumps to 3 who wants a forward, and then Colorado was like, whoa, maybe like Heiss is getting more, so we take him over. Like then it's like that's how it could break down. I mean, Gabe Velarde, Cody Glass, those are some guys that can go in the top 5.
Yeah, I mean, Mark Schake just had a thing where he had Glass going 5,
yeah,
Heiskanen going 3, and that left Makar still sitting there at 6. It'd be very interesting to see. I hope they do something. I hope they don't just sit there. I mean, if I had to guess, they're sitting at 8 and they're taking best player available.
Yeah.
But man, would it be a lot more interesting if they kind of made a splash here. I mean, the Kane thing's interesting. Obviously, he was having fun with that today.
Yeah, the emojis, yeah.
And I'm still in the boat that I want to see him stay. The more and more I think about, what Housley talked about, what Botterill talked about, how they're going to be playing, that 5-man attack, up-tempo, fast pace. The Kane fits that. He fits that really well. So I still think he's gone at the end of the day. I think they are going to trade him, but
I think so too.
Man, would I like it if they stuck around. I think, especially with the cap going up this year.
Yeah, it also depends on a few. I mean, if they find a trade, he's gone, but you have to wonder how easy is it going to be to find that trade, I mean, it's not guaranteed.
Problem is value. If things go south at the deadline.
Yeah, that's that too.
I missed the second one.
I don't know. I'm with you. I mean, I think he fits. I don't mind it. I will say Philadelphia has taken an awful long time here to make the pick. Oh, there it is. I'll say I wonder if they were considering trading that. But, but yeah, I mean, the Kane thing is what it is. I'm with you. I think at the end of the day, he ends up going. And Dreger said it too. I think it's a team that is a win now team. Minnesota, I'm going to blank my head, like 4 teams in my head. But teams like that, Minnesota is one. I think the Blues could be one, although, they have them connected. I mean, there's places for Kane to go. It's just, I don't know. I feel like Anaheim is always a good fit, but Bob Murray's not a fan, so I don't know. It's
I can believe it because it's dark and snow. But asking Kane's for Hanifin.
Yeah. I would do that. But again, is Carolina a win now team unless they think they can sign Kane? But
Oshie contract for the Kane contract?
No.
That term is ridiculous. I mean, the value is good, money wise, but
it is. Did you see my tweet I put out? Is that how much does Washington pay Seattle in 3 years next expansion to take that contract?
Yeah,
I mean that's where we're headed towards.
Definitely. I mean, somebody was going to overpay him. I just didn't know it was going to be Washington in the respects of term.
Exactly. Right, they didn't really overpay.
The cash is good.
Yeah,
the cash is good. The term's insane. The guy's 30 years old. I know he looks like he's still 18.
But that's how they got him to sign now.
Oh, yes.
They gave him 8 years. And
right.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he scored 30 goals for the first time in his career this year. So, I mean, that you got to figure is going to go back down. And that's just returning to the mean. That's not even declining.
Right.
So then when he starts to decline at 32, 33, I think things go south pretty quickly for Washington there.
Ronnie Hextall's up on the podium now here. There's really not going to be much mystery. Yep, there it is. Nolan Patrick. Easy. Philadelphia. Easy money. So now, Bill, things get interesting here. This is where we saw the draft turns right here at 3.
Mm-hmm.
What happens here? Does Dallas stay? Does Dallas go? Do they take a forward? Do they take defense if they stay?
If you do it based off of last year, like if you give him the extension now, I think he's around 6, probably a little higher than 6. I mean, either way, he's going to want a raise.
Yeah. He's at 5.25 right now, right?
Yes. So
I feel like he gets on the open market. He gets the 6
for sure. On the open market, yeah, for sure.
But the thing is, I think he's not getting 7, 8 years where maybe you can go.
No team's giving him
more than 3, 4.
Yeah, no way.
The only way you're going to get a cheap deal, I think, on Kane is if you do what Washington just did and you go to 6, 7, and maybe then you can get her 5.75 instead of 6 or 6.25.
I still think you want 6. I think that might be the issue is if Botterill's trying to talk him into below 6. I would think, especially if I'm thinking from Kane's agent point of view.
Yeah,
if I'm Kane's agent, I'm asking for at least 6, if not a little more, especially right now because
I mean they can't talk till July 1st, but I mean there's ways of figuring out kind of what the idea is.
I think that your value doesn't get too much higher than it right now, at least in your head.
Yes.
You figured you just came off a really good year. You behaved for a year. Things have gone really well. This is when you got to cash in, just in case. Eric Stahl.
Eric Stahl comparison.
It's quite the drop off from Datsuk. But yeah, I think he's looking for 6+. Dallas. Dallas is tough. They could go
a few different ways.
They could make a trade. They could go Heiskanen. They could make a trade.
They could even go forward. They can go Velarde. They could go Glass here.
They're the wild card.
They are, and this is really where the draft kind of sets up here for
middle stock.
The top 10, I would say. I'm kind of excited to see what happens here.
Vegas trade.
Vegas could get up right here. Yeah,
that's a very good possibility, especially since they got those 3 or the extra 2.
Yeah. I do want to talk about Vegas here. I'm going to try to get a little bit slower because I'm pretty disappointed in Vegas. So I'll say that part of it. But yeah, I mean, I feel like if they don't trade up, then it's a failure for them, honestly. Especially in this year's draft. I mean, outside of the top 7 or 8, it's really a lot of question marks. I mean, you only picked up 2 first-round picks going into expansion. Everybody thought that they were going to get, 4 picks this year, 3 next year, and I feel like it fell off. They failed to do that. I think they failed to cash in properly. And I mean, Minnesota, that was a golden opportunity. They signed Howell as a UFA, and they, Alex Tuck trade for him, and it's. I don't know. You better hope these guys are good because could you have possibly gotten more if you would have drafted Marco Scandella or Dumba and
that was my whole thing
and move that person?
Because there's a lot of guys they could have just taken and then flipped if that's what they were trying to do. I do think they failed in the respects of if you were trying to really just get as many picks as possible and not be good for 3 years and then just build through all your draft picks. Right. Then you failed because you didn't get as many as you wanted. You didn't get as many high-end ones as you wanted. You had everybody frozen. As we saw, there was only 2 trades. The one big trade before the expansion draft. So obviously it comes down to this. McPhee he was more worried about being friends and liked and wanted to make trades later on than actually what you need to do as an expansion GM, and that's you got to be rough. You got to go and get the guys that you want. You got to go and take the league by the balls, man. And you got to just make the hard decisions on, screw you, Anaheim. You had Vatanen and Mason available. You should have taken one of them instead of taking Stoner and Theodore.
Yeah. Shake Theodore's going to be a good player, but
he will. But
I hear, and again, it's
not like he was. It's not like they were all old guys too,
right?
Like Vatanen's young, Mason's really young. The Minnesota guys, you could have got one of them. the pick is in, so it looks like they're taking somebody.
Yeah, that's frustrating. Nobody's going to trade out here.
Yeah. So Vegas fails again.
Vegas fails again, unless they went to 4 or 5, but I don't see that.
Sleeps is right.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully it gets exciting here because I want to say they're going to pick because
what do you think?
If they pick Cal McCarr, Mark Goss, I can cry really quick. But I'm keeping hope alive here. Let's see. Here they come.
What do you I'm thinking Heiskanen.
I think they go Cal McCarr.
Can you even read what's on his paper there?
Can he even read on his paper there?
All right, it's going to take a little while.
I
will say, Brandon Chircone.
Yeah.
That is very good.
What did Brandon say?
Millsap was his number 3 guy. So
yeah.
He's checking to make sure the name's right.
Wait, that's my guy?
It looks like an R at the end.
It did.
It did look like an R. I'm guessing it looks like McCarr. All right,
Jeez and Roy. Who is this guy? Make a pick.
Take Cal McCarr.
Heiskanen.
Yeah.
All right.
That's right.
Now we got to hope and pray McCarr gets by the Avalanche. You start gripping hard here.
We're still alive.
All right.
So there you go.
Here we go.
First defenseman off the board.
He's gonna be good. He's gonna be good for them.
Yeah, he is.
I liked him. I enjoyed talking to him at the combine too for a little bit. He's a thin kid. He's got to put some weight on for sure. He'll go back to Finland this year, but he's a good skater. He does play a 2-way game, but once he puts some meat on his bones, he's going to be a really good player in this league.
He's got a little bit of height, a little more height.
A little bit more height. He's
6'2".
6'2", 172. McCarr was 5'11", 187. So McCarr's got some more weight on him. But once you put some weight on him, he already looks bigger than he did at the combine. But once you throw some weight on, he'll go back to Finland this year. He even said as much as the combine. But once he puts some weight on, he's going to be really good. And Dallas should be pretty excited about this pick. I think after next year, not the next season, the season after that, I think there's a possibility he could play. He might start in the AHL, but I think by the time the season's over, 18-19 season, we could see him in the NHL.
Especially if they're making a run.
Yeah.
Like, because he'll go over to the league, so it won't be this year, but.
Yeah. So, back from the Sabres' perspective, we're trying to get a little you grip the couch a little bit, Harry.
I saw if there's any way McCarr gets there, and if
I don't know if he gets by 4 here, unless I don't know.
Sakic's known to do the crazy.
Yeah.
So maybe he takes Velarde here.
How much do they need a defenseman here? I mean, they kind of do, but you're right. That's the thing. They need everything. And then you get to Vancouver, it was like, well, they need everything too. And then Vegas, they need everything too. And then
the Ducks re-signed Eves, 3 years contract.
Patrick Eves?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not to cut you off, but.
Well, you have to remember those things. We keep bringing check Twitter if any trades pop up or anything. But yeah, I just Colorado and Vancouver are definitely curveballs. They could go somewhere outside of McCarr. They could be easy slots for McCarr. Vegas is kind of a curveball too because they can go a bunch of different directions.
Well, the thing is, I mean, you think about Colorado.
Can you imagine New York is that team that swipes them before you? I would cry. I might literally cry if we get to 7.
I'm thinking if they go forward, I'm thinking they go Middlestad or Velarde.
I think Glass maybe getting his way in there. He's a big body.
That'd be tough. The thing, what I was going to say, the thing about the Avs is when you're a team that's looking to move out Barry for another defenseman, just because it didn't work out.
Yeah.
I mean, how much are you really doing here? Yeah. So they could go in any number of directions. They could even trade back. Maybe McCarr didn't go, so you sneak up, but it's tough.
Yeah, it really is. I'm antsy right now. I'll say I kind of didn't expect us to get to this point. I really thought McCarr would go top 3, so I'm a little bit antsy. Again, I know it's a long shot, but the more picks we start crossing off here, it kind of gets to closer and closer as being somewhat possible.
I mean, you get to Vancouver.
Where do you start making phone? If he gets by Colorado here, do you start calling?
Yes, I would. You gotta just see
I would
what
start calling right now if it was me.
you gotta see what Vancouver
Would consider
Yeah.
to drop back 3 spots. Maybe like a Vander Kane for Lucas Pisa and what was the pick? 2nd round pick, 4th round pick. Racing Gergensen, was that the trade I had?
5, yeah. Always, yeah. I really think it's you probably call now just to see what they're thinking, and then immediately you call Vancouver to see.
Yeah, that's a good point.
See if they take Kane. I mean, it's a 1 year. You're only moving. See, this is where it gets interesting because you're only moving up 3 spots.
Yep.
Now you're not moving up.
Top 3 pick.
Top 3. Yeah, you're moving up to 5. So I could see something. So yeah, yours was it wasn't Spiza. It was
Not Spiza. It was
Tanev.
That's it.
So maybe I could see something maybe like a Kane in a 2nd. That's still quite a bit.
I would do it.
But
I would do it.
I guess that's the question. Do you right now? Vancouver says Kane in a 2nd and 8 gets you 5.
I would do it. I'm not sure he gets by Colorado here, but I would do that. All right, Colorado. Joe Sakic, you.
Please make another terrible decision. Actually, even if he goes like middle slot here, it's not a.
There he goes.
Yep.
Well, there goes the dream. Well, there goes that. All right, guys, I'm gonna go home. I'll see everybody later. No, I'm just kidding. All right, now we're talking forward. So, what forward do we want here on the board?
I told you I'm liking Tippett. I like Tippett. He's a sniper. I think he fits really well on Eichel's wing in a couple years.
Don't show highlights.
You just gotta hope Spencer is right that he was playing in a lower league. And
no, he's really good. No, I agree with Eric Carlson stuff. He's really good.
He'll be a Sabre in 2 years. Sakic on speed dial. Well, yeah, when they restart the rebuild.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's Colorado did something good for once. Oh look, basketball.
What are you doing?
Oh boy.
What are they going? Why did they have basketball come up there? What are they doing?
Compared him to Chris Paul. Anyways,
it's a different sport. Can he dunk? Is that why they did it?
I don't think there's any way you move up now.
No, you're sitting at 8 now and see what happens. Oh, that's frustrating. Colorado too, of all teams.
Yeah.
I mean, at least he's out west, so I don't have to worry about him. And I'm like, oh man, he's pretty good, but he's all the way out there. He's over there.
Yeah, you don't got to worry about him, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're probably on the phone with Vancouver. You just hung up.
Came the second click.
Yeah. No thanks. It might not even be the right pick, but I think I want Tippett now. I mean, the more I think about it, the more I've seen of him, what he could be on Eichel's wing. Think about this.
All right.
Tippett and Nylander.
Eichel's wing. Yeah.
Even Reinhardt and Tippett.
Yeah. I mean, Tippett's got some luscious hair, man. Yeah,
and that's what I'm talking about.
He's a natural scorer at 6'2", little over 200 pounds. He's a natural scorer.
Eichel's more of a playmaker. We all want him to shoot more. He still isn't really shooting more. If he's got to get the puck to somebody, might as well be a 6'1" guy that can really shoot.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind.
Especially if you're moving a guy like Keane out. I think you got to mind you, Tippett is not going to be here next year, but
let's say Tippett goes the next few picks here.
I know.
Are you thinking maybe trading back and then start considering Liljegren?
I think you
How far back can you?
I think you do trade back. But what do I think what they do is they just take Liljegren. Oh yeah, if Liljegren goes, then I don't know what. Well, but then you're going to have guys like Milstad, Velarde.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of good forwards
Tippett.
there.
There's going to be a lot of good forwards on the board, especially if you're, the top 2, and then you take 3 defensemen.
I mean, Botterill said today they're going to take best player available on their board. They're not making the pick based on position because he made a good point.
He
He's
said
right.
you don't know what they're going to be in a year.
Exactly, a year or two when that guy comes here. Maybe they won't need a defenseman. They'll, man, I really wish I draft Tippett as my right winger or something like that. You know, that's the thing. Excuse me, about the NHL is it's not like football where guys can walk right in, or even basketball. Those top picks can walk right in because it's a year, especially this year, where I think only the top 2 picks are going to be in the NHL, and the rest of them, I don't think really have a chance. To be honest, you might get one guy who sneaks in there, but I would doubt it. So I'm with it. You take best player available. The top 2 defensemen are gone. Thank you, NHL draft lottery, for allowing that to happen. But yeah, it is what it is, and I think now it really comes down to one or two things. It's how much they like Heiskanen, or not Heiskanen, I'm sorry, how much they like Liljegren compared to the forwards that are going to be there, which is probably either Tippett, Middlestat, Velarde. You think one of those guys are going to be there. It's which one.
I would say so much for all the hype of all these trades that are about to happen.
Yeah.
And Vegas again. Vegas now is sitting at 6. I missed that one, by the way. So you can put that up again. But Vegas sitting at 6. Now they're just going to make a pick. I mean, they're going to get a good forward here, but what are they doing? I wanted to like Vegas.
Yeah, they're making it really hard. I said I would give them until the end of day 1 of the draft, and they haven't really done anything. So I'm going to start railing on them because I don't know. Maybe wait for Vancouver to pick here, and then since Vegas will be up, we'll kind of rail on Vegas and go over all the things they did wrong. Speaking of things they did wrong, the Vancouver Canucks here. Jim Benning trying to trade players for bad people right now. I was like, what? Should I trade this pick right now? Oh, what's going on? I got to make a pick? Huh?
Apparently the kid is not allowed to take the pick.
No, don't let him pick. They'll pick the wrong guy.
And with our first selection, we select from Tamara Elias Peterson.
Wow. Whoa. Holy smokes.
Well, there's your first
shocker in the top 5.
Yeah, your first jump there.
Pedersen. He said his name wrong. That's not a good start for Benning.
Off to a hot start. Can you ask for a trade as soon as you're drafted?
What did we have him ranked? Did we have him ranked out of the top 10?
I think so.
In ours?
I'll have it up. All right.
Well,
see, now, if you're Buffalo, you're.
But this is the thing. This is it, though. This is the thing about this year's draft is.
Yeah.
This is the thing about this year's draft, which we kept saying to people, from after you get out of the top 3, top 4, it is a wide range of opinions on these guys. I had guys at the combine that, like, big name scouts, like on TSN, had guys ranked like 27th. Talk to some general managers, they had these guys ranked like 5th. Like, people had Robert Thomas in their top 5, or they had Nick Suzuki in their top 5 in their rankings. It's really just a wide range of opinions, and that's what makes this draft. I mean, it's a down year. Let's not kid ourselves, but it also makes it interesting from a viewership standpoint. That's
another thing Brandon brought up. Said don't confuse a weak draft with
not having like
just not having top end talent.
No Eichel, no Matthews.
They're still good guys. They're just
right. There are good guys at the top 7 or 8.
Those are really good franchise guys, aren't there?
Right. Austin Matthews, Jack Eichel, Connor McDavid, Patrick Laine are not in this draft.
Right.
But there are still some really good hockey players. So
Vegas drafts a goalie.
So now we're on Vegas. So
right, here we go. I got it now.
So you start looking. I'll hammer on Vegas here because
go for it.
We're at the point now where they're not going to do anything else. I know they want to move Mark Mafat. By the way, did you see what the Ottawa GM said about Mafat? Did you see that?
No.
He said, let me tell you this one. This is pretty funny. He said that teams were calling him before the entry draft to acquire Mark Mafat, and he didn't feel it was right to trade him, so he just left him exposed to Vegas.
Okay.
So instead of taking an asset for this player that you know you're going to lose, he just left him unprotected to lose for nothing.
We had Pedersen 9, by the way.
Okay, he was in the top 10 at least, but that's the most asinine thing I've heard in my entire life. Maybe he kind of said it wrong what he really meant there, but that was pretty awful.
McPhee looks like he's daydreaming currently. What is he looking at?
We're all best friends.
I'm just sitting at a table surrounded by all my friends.
Look at all my good friends that are around. Yeah, that's cool.
My team's going to be terrible.
We have a whole bunch of draft picks in 2019 though, guys.
By the way, you should not be able to trade a pick 3 years out.
Wasn't there a 2020 pick?
Yeah. Whoever traded at 2020, that should not be allowed. You're not going to see that guy till
2022 or 23. Yeah,
he's looking for a server.
Anyways, on Vegas here, they had a great opportunity here that I think was built up. So this great opportunity they're going to have. They're going to make all these trades and this and that. They're going to get all these. I mean, the players that were available to them, it's unbelievable. Really, how good of a team they could be if they wanted to be. It's not like you would have had a bunch of old veterans. You would have had
Dumba,
mid-20 guys in your team that still are going to play in the NHL and be good for 5, 6, 7 years. And, yeah, you want to get draft picks, you could be better, but I don't know, were you really even that much better?
I will say they did a couple of things right. What they did with Florida was...
Well, because Florida's – I don't know what the hell Florida's doing.
Well, don't ask me that much. Florida, they did well. The Islanders, they got quite a haul at least.
Yeah.
But the Islanders got out like they wanted to.
Right.
And that might be it.
Yeah.
Minnesota, maybe. But, I mean, you could add Dumba. So
I mean, it depends how good are Howla and Tuck going to be, you know?
All right, Vegas here. Where are you going?
They go Velarde. And they go Gabe Velarde. Then Velarde, isn't Velarde the guy who dropped really far in ours, or was it Glass?
No, Glass.
Okay. I think they go Gabe Velarde.
Glass is 7. Velarde's 4.
I'm taking our mock draft.
Oh, yes.
Was Velarde that dropped really far?
No, it was Velarde that dropped. Shifley? I think I'm feeling Velarde here, too.
I think so.
It sounds Vegas-y.
It does. It does.
Gabe Velarde.
They actually asked Velarde, too. He's one of the guys at the Combine who was actually really excited about the opportunity to be drafted by Vegas. So we'll see. That turns out to be the pick here, but I think he's the best player available right now. McPhee, though, messed this up. Cody Glass. There it is. Velarde drops another one.
And Middlestad.
Yeah. So we're at 7. We're getting pretty close to the Sabres here.
I guess
we're taking faster than I thought it would be.
That's because there are all these rumors and nothing's happening, of course.
Yeah.
And the Rangers here are interesting, too, because they traded up for this pick. So
do you think they have somebody in mind?
They have to be, unless they wanted Glass, who
they got to be in a good spot. There's Middlestat, there's Rasmussen, there's Velarde. The way this board is falling, there's no way the Sabres can't pick a forward here, in my opinion. You can't pass on forward and go Liljegren.
Yeah, I'll be pretty mad if you go Liljegren here. You better be trading back.
Yeah.
Or you're picking a forward here.
Put something out on Twitter that we're getting close to Sabres pick.
Huh?
Getting close to the Sabres pick, too.
Yeah.
But, yeah. No, Cody Glass is a big kid. He's also thin, too. He's got to put some weight on. He's probably 2 years away, I would say. But
I guess that fits the Vegas timeline.
Yeah, it does. It does. He'll be really good with their 2019 picks, maybe. Maybe the first overall pick of 2019 to play with them. But I'm kind of surprised how fast this draft's going, to be honest. I didn't think we'd get into it. What are we? We're only 45 minutes in. I thought it'd be an hour and a half to 2 hours for the Sabres pick.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, outside of Makar being gone, this is actually falling pretty good for the Sabres here.
I would agree.
I think Pettersson going to Vancouver helps that.
Yep.
Because it leaves a guy who is probably a consensus top 5 pick to drop. But yeah, I mean, I this commits more and more of the way this is going. It's going to be a forward. Somebody to ask us who the Rangers are going to move up for. I don't know. Because they could go defense here, but they're not going to go. I don't think they'd go Liljegren here.
No. They just moved out Stepan. And I know you don't necessarily pick for what you need now, but
With all the forwards available, you think maybe they
Velarde's
would go.
a center.
Velarde's a center, so in Middlestat.
I think they go one of those two here, and then Sabres got a tough choice. Tippett's going to be there unless the Rangers take him here, and then you have either Velarde or Middlestat, I would think.
Yeah. It's tough. Tough.
If I'm Botterill, I'm feeling pretty good right now.
Yeah, Again, outside of the defenseman not being there, sure, but he probably knew they weren't going to get there.
No. If he was staying at 8, there was no way.
Right.
There was no way that they were getting there. There we go. Pick is in. So, Rangers, they got to go Middlestat or Velarde here.
You would think by the way this year's draft is, you don't know. They could pull out a left field and
Rasmussen or Tolvanen another good.
Elias Anderson can come out of nowhere too. They could go Robert Thomas here as a guy who people keep telling me he's going into the top 10.
Nietzsche's? Beckus?
Yeah, Nietzsche's Beckus, he couldn't even say his own name. Clem Costin's another guy who people have said has moved up boards. Nick Suzuki's another one. A lot of people talked about could go top 10 that people aren't expecting. I don't know. I guess we'll see. I honestly don't know what they're going to do here. I think they're going to go forward. I just don't know what forward. It could go so many different ways. You would think conventional wisdom tells you it should be Velarde or it should be Middlestat.
I would think so. I'm thinking they go Velarde here. Maybe they go Middlestat. Anybody else would be a little bit of a surprise for me. I think trading up to 7 and having a guy like Middlestat or Velarde still there, they have to be pretty happy with their trade.
It's Chris Drury.
Oh, yeah, there's Chris Drury setting. And congrats to – we've got to give Stu Barnes a shout out for joining Dallas's front office.
Oh, yes. Stu.
So, and of course, they're flashing the trades. And
I keep seeing trade news. I'm like, somebody traded. And I'm like, the same ones.
The Jomerson one's crazy. They didn't get much for him.
Connor Murphy's a nice young defenseman, but again, we always say this thing about Chicago is, what is Chicago doing? And then they'll be the top ranked team in the West again. You're like, oh, okay, well, I guess. Yeah. There's Ryan Hartman having a really good season. Who was Ryan Hartman 5 months ago?
Honestly, I think it's going to come down to Corey Crawford. You move Darling out. You don't have Ranta anymore. You haven't for a while. If Crawford gets hurt, he's starting to get up there, or he just starts
Anton Forsberg is pretty good.
That's what I'm saying. If anything happens to Crawford, I think Chicago's in trouble.
So here we go, the Rangers. One more pick, and the Sabres are on the clock. So who are the Sabres going to be left with?
Drury looking sharp, by the way. Oh, boo.
Botterill's going to have a whole 5-hour spiel about the Penguins.
All right, guy. So where are you going? Go Velarde.
I'm going to go Middlestat. I think Middlestat. I told you, Anderson. I told you he could move up here.
Wow.
Oh, I heard Anderson's name so much. People telling me he'd go in the top 10. I didn't believe him. Wow.
I honestly, if I'm the Sabres right now, I'm taking calls to move back. Middlestat's still there.
Spots.
Velarde's still there. Tippett's still there.
I'm not dropping that far back.
No. I'm not saying anything crazy.
Yeah.
But
I think you capitalize the opportunity. Or you go, holy smokes, look at these forwards, I'm just grabbing one.
Right. I don't know, though. Another second-round pick.
So apparently they had somebody in mind. It was Elias Anderson who up here and come get at 7. Because
they'd
be pretty confident he'd be there at 7.
I was going to say, I'd be pretty confident he would be there.
Yeah.
If that's what they wanted to do, congrats, I guess, to the Rangers there.
Yeah, he's a kid that I think is 2 or 3 years away. He has a really good hockey sense. I think McKenna's talking about that right now. I can't really hear, but man, Gabe Velarde 6'3", a 3 center. I saw his height come across. All right, well, so Buffalo Sabres in the clock. So
sorry, I just got to
kind of
blacked out there for a second.
Let's regroup.
Okay.
Sabres on the clock. They have Gabe Velarde, who, what do we have, ranked 4th on our rankings?
Yep.
There's Gabe Velarde. There's Casey Middlestat, Owen Tippett, and then, I mean, there's other guys too. There's Nick Suzuki. There's guys talk about. There's Thomas. There's Liljegren here if you want it. If they pick Liljegren, I'm going to run through a wall in a second.
I just don't know how you leave one of these forwards.
No. Especially if you just told me, too, that you're not going to pick for need.
Right, yeah.
Can you leave one of these forwards on the board?
If he really thought that Liljegren's the best player, I don't know how you don't trade back here.
Yeah, I agree.
It would be pretty bad if they just take him here because, especially with Detroit, who's on the way down, Florida, who's in a little bit of trouble. They don't know really what they're doing. They just lost 2 really good forwards.
Yep.
I see those 2 as basically easily taking forwards. Yeah, I don't know how you don't move back if you're not taking a forward here. I know it's best player available, which would probably be Velarde or Middlestad, but I'm still like,
I like going Tippett here too.
Tippett on the wing, man.
You need wingers.
You need wingers. He's a left winger.
You're kind of deep at center, but not crazy.
No, but you're young and deep, isn't it?
Right. Yeah.
Your NHL talent is young enough.
Right.
That
O'Reilly and Kane are going to be here. Or not. O'Reilly and Eichel are going to be here. What's that kid? Is that kid going to come in 2 and 3 years and be your 3rd line center?
Larson, I think you can pay out. Not this year, right? You can keep paying him $1 million or $2 million
when they sign Nick Bonino.
Yeah, Bonino when they sign him. I think I'm still feeling Tippett here, even with it's tough though, because Middlestat and Velarde dropping is pretty big. They're top 5 guys that have dropped to 8.
And you know that the Red Wings are going Eli Tolvanen because that's their pick. That's their guy. Actually, we picked, it was Pedersen, was what we think, but still, they're going to take that European guy. They're not taking a Canadian or an American, I don't think. This is really interesting. Sabres are taking a lot of time here.
Carolina's at 12. Just saying.
Make a big blockbuster move here.
Kane at 8 for 12 and Hannafin.
Or throw something else in there too.
Oh, that trade news. That's really making me mad.
You're like, oh! There he is, a bottle roll.
There you go.
Look at that mustache. Wow.
Those glasses. Those are Coke bottles. Oh, wow.
Bottle has his jacket off, which I think means he's in business right now. You see that? He had the suit jacket off. One more
sad shout out for Tim Murray as his name splashed across the top here. What could have been if he was our GM for one more. I feel like there would have been a lot more fireworks here at the Sabres.
He's not moving. He doesn't have a jacket on.
Let's go up, I think he said.
All right, let's go, everyone. Damn it. All right, then I'm going to pick. Okay.
I'm feeling
Tippett?
I'm feeling Tippett there.
But I think so. Come on, Hugh. What do you think? Where are they going? I think it's Tippett. Are you going to be mad if it's not?
He said the best available players are centers. Am I mad if it's not one of the 3? Yes. It should be Velarde, Middlestat, or Tippett here.
Casey Middlestat.
Whoa. He's got some nice hair.
It does. It's not better than the red mop that
Tippett has?
Tippett has.
All right, boys, here we go.
Is that Housley up there? It is Housley.
Sure is. Housley, Pagula.
All right, everyone, hold on for Botterill's 25-minute speech about the Penguins here. Oh, wow.
Middlestat.
Casey Middlestat. People to Tim Murray.
Almost. He said the Buffalo Sabres are proud to select Casey Middlestat. He didn't go, Casey Middlestat.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
I mean, he said he was going best player available, and I don't know that you can argue it here.
No, he could skate. But yeah, that's the thing. He didn't do any pull-ups, Bill.
Oh,
He's the guy who did no pull-ups.
that's right. Have him do some P90X. He'll be able to do some pull-ups then. I'm surprised he was there, I guess I'll say. We both, when we did the mock draft, Brandon said he was the third best player on his board.
Yeah.
He went early in our mock draft for him to still be here at 8. I think they decided just not go cute.
Yeah.
Take the best player that's available. And he's probably not going to be here for a couple of years, so it gives you that flexibility. Now, if you move a guy, I'm sure Reinhardt is going to come up a bunch here because he took a center, even though he's been playing the wing lately.
Bigger than all the other high school kids. He's only 5'11", but he looks like a monster compared to the other kids. He really can skate. He's a good skater.
Yep. Whew. He can't score. That's great. No, I'm just kidding.
Top 6 2-way forward offense. So he's got to put weight on.
Yeah.
He's got to put muscle on. Probably has 2 years to do that, I would say.
I will say you're kind of deep now. You got Asplund. You've got.
I forgot about him too.
Yep. If you keep Larson and Gergensons, and then you have Asplund, Milstad.
Reinhardt's staying. He's staying on the wing full time.
Yeah, this definitely allows him to stay there. There's no need to move him any. That trade news, man, it's going to drive me insane.
It is, right, the entire time. I forgot where he's going to college. I can't remember where he's going to. I didn't think he'd be here. I didn't research him that much, so I forgot where he's going to college or where he committed to already. So
surprised. Was that surprised? So how do you feel? I think it's.
I'm fine with it. I mean, it's not a defenseman, but
I think it sticks to a lot of what Botterill has been saying. He stayed. He made the pick. Best player available.
Yep.
Replenishing the cupboard.
Yep.
Making sure the AHL team, if he's there for a little while, is good. And taking another center is going to allow him to take the time that he needs to
never have too many centers
to be ready to go. Yeah. So I think if anything, this kind of opens up that you kind of listen to what Botterill's saying and take it for his word, because he did pretty much exactly what he said he was going to do here. I'm going to be very interested to see where Tippett goes.
Me too, or how far he falls.
If he goes I can see him going to Florida, and then you don't look too bad about maybe Marchessault going.
Yeah.
If you get Tippett in a year or two up in Florida's ranks.
Because you got to think Europeans here is going, here's Detroit. The most
It's got to be Tolvanen, right?
You'd think. Unless they go Klim Kostin here.
And, I mean, I'm sure we'll be signing off shortly here, but remember they have 2 seconds. So
you wonder if they're
if they want to,
jump back in later.
If they want to use, somebody and jump back in. Speed and skill, baby. I mean, can't argue with that.
It's today's game, so.
Jack Eichel.
I mean, if you think about it, though, I mean, that's down the middle. In 2 years, maybe 3, you have Eichel, O'Reilly, Middlestat. Asplund. That's a good 4 centers you have right there, potentially.
And that's not even mentioning Larson.
Right. All right, let's see the Red Wings go. It's got to be European. Chicago fans still hating on Detroit? Is that what's happening? See where we go to Detroit. Rasmussen.
Maybe.
Gabe Belardi is still dropping.
He dropped in ours.
Like ours too.
He dropped in ours too. I took Tim at 6. That's just because I didn't pick until LA again.
Rasmussen, he's a big kid, 221, 6'5".
Be wary though.
I said it during the draft. I'm not a huge fan. I don't think he's that great of a skater, to be honest. I mean, yeah. I mean, if he gets around the net, that's fine. But I think he might struggle with speed. So I said we go to the top 10. So we have one more pick here to hang around with, and we're kind of losing people at the Sabres pick.
Yep.
This is somewhat surprising, though. I'll give you that. This is what we expected. This is the unknown of what's really happening here.
Yeah, I mean, from here, mostly why we're signing off here is because good luck. Good luck.
Yeah,
good luck picking from here on
out. At this
out.
point, we're just going to have our mouth open and go, I wonder who it
is. Because, I mean, two of those guys we really didn't even have in our top 10, let alone, top 8 there.
No. And even Detroit's picking American forwards here. I mean, this is
it's a weird year. I'm concerned, though, that
no Canadian forward. I'm sorry, it's Canadian.
There was no trades.
Yeah, that's frustrating. Depressing. Pretty depressing. I mean, there was your couple today, but I don't know. Maybe we'll get our trade tomorrow.
I guess we can touch on that real quick.
Our Mark Pysyk trade tomorrow.
Galchenyuk's still out there. Rumored to be gone. One of the Minnesota defensemen are going to be gone.
Sounds like Scandella.
Yes, because he's making 4 and Dumba's making 2.5.
Yep.
So Scandella, if you're moving somebody for cap reasons, Scandella's the one to move. They said they didn't want to move Brodin.
Yep.
The Islanders are rumored to still possibly be in on Duchesne.
They want 2 picks for Hamonic, though. 2 first-round picks
for
Hamonic.
2 first-round picks for Hamonic, which is insane. The more you snow, huh?
Yeah.
And then, you could still look at Barry's name's out there.
Anaheim's kind of still out there.
Could move one of the forwards or the defensemen. Tampa Bay's doing okay.
Yeah.
So they might not move anybody, but
yeah, they got rid of Drouin, so you'd think they're gonna sign Palat, sign Johnson. They got their defenseman in that trade, so I think
Sabres need a new Photoshop guy.
Oh, jeez.
I couldn't even finish it or put the jersey over correctly. I will say his hair does match kind of the gold of the Sabres pretty well. So Florida here.
How about this? Sabres pick a goalie tomorrow? If they had both picks, they pick a goalie tomorrow.
That'd be interesting. I wouldn't say no. Maybe they take DiPietro.
Yeah, Spencer's guy. There's if they took the kid from Finland, MX is up. If they take him, that'd be fantastic.
Middleside ranked the 3rd best stick handler by ISS.
Speed and skill. That's why he was drafted here. He needs to put on weight. There's some great memes and pictures of him, I think, coming out here. But like I said, it's kind of depressing that.
I think Florida goes Blardy. I think his fall stops.
This is where he went. This is where he went here, right? At 10 in ours,
so.
Or maybe I think it was here.
American Star, Casey Middleside. We'll join American Star with Jack Eichel. It's a start. It's a good start. You want to be fast. You want to play with speed and skill. Middleside fits that.
How far, before we sign off, how far, look at that red mop of Owen Tippett. Anyways, how far do you think Lilligan has to drop before you consider maybe trying to get back in there?
With both seconds?
Or
he's got.
I'm not saying it's be both seconds, but how far do you start making phone calls? So I guess in the 20s?
Yeah, I was gonna say he's got to drop probably if he's there at like 25, I'm calling. Because what do we have? We have
31.
31.
The Sabres move Kane tonight. Please say no. No.
Tonight, no.
No. I keep telling people that if they're moving Kane, they're not moving him until after July 1st. And the reason is because teams can then talk contract with them.
Right. Yep.
They can't. If they trade for him, they can't talk contract now. They don't know what he wants. They don't know how much. They can't talk any extension. Where now, at least they can, you're going to trade for him, then maybe first they contact him and go, hey, we're going to trade for you. You think we thinking on money and this and that and all that good stuff. There's always back ways, but
I mean, it's rumored that he's going to a win now team. So maybe July 1st doesn't matter as much.
Right.
But I think you can probably get more value out of somebody if they can talk to him and talk extension, even if it's just like 2 years.
And plus, at this point, I mean, you're through the draft now. He's not going to go today.
Right.
You're not getting a first-round pick for him, so he's not going today. You're not going to trade him for a first-round pick to move up. So, you know, it just makes sense on the way up to July 1st. Wait to July 1st. Someone maybe doesn't get that.
Yeah, they're funny.
Someone doesn't get that guy they wanted for ages. Maybe somebody really wanted Oshie, and he signed. And you're like, ah, man.
That's the other thing is guys are starting to go.
Yeah.
So now –
Tippett.
Owen Tippett.
The red map of Owen Tippett. Very nice. Some good scoring forwards there in Florida.
Yeah, it's
Velarde continues to fall.
It's a good pick. It's a good pick for Florida.
If I'm LA, I'm sprinting to the podium to grab Velarde.
I think so, especially since he's a center.
Yeah.
What? I hate this.
Phil Kessel.
He's Phil Kessel.
See like hot dogs? His
hair looks like.
He is, I think, the most natural scorer in this draft.
Yeah.
Tippett. He is just an electric shot. You probably looking for the Sabres. I thought he'd be the best guy available when you got to the Sabres, but he can shoot and he can score. He's a big kid, though, 200 pounds. Anyways, I don't know. I guess
Owen Tippett, probably one of my favorite guys in the draft. I think it's a good way to end it.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, from here on out, who knows where to go. I mean, maybe Carolina will be interesting, but the way that these top 10 have gone, I doubt it. If the top 10 didn't end up moving, I don't know that really anything else does.
Yeah,
maybe you see something tomorrow before.
Maybe you see a flip of picks.
You could.
It involves a trade.
Yeah.
But his name tag's falling off. Somebody in Florida's fired.
Kid should get his money back.
You know what I just thought of? That's interesting. Maybe they didn't think Tippett was going to be there. They had somebody else in mind. Like, oh my God, rip that off and put Tippett's name on the bat. Yeah, I mean, I think that's it for us. My phone's starting to die anyways. But there's nobody left anyways. So, yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. Everyone, thanks for joining us.
We'll do probably another live thing again here at some point, maybe for free agency. But enjoy the rest of the draft, and we'll talk to you later.
That's it. Okay. So. You know what the thing I would realize?
328 viewers.
We had 35 in the beginning.
Yeah.
But the thing is, though, this is the first thing I've learned. Is something live like this, we have to have it a lot more scripted than I thought.
Yeah.
There's a lot of rambling, and we lost those 35 quick.
Pretty quick, yeah.
Good learning experience. But yeah,
well,
I mean,
it could sign up for the free agency one, but that one can be more scripted because then you're like, boom, 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 boom. We're here, right. We have no idea what's going to happen.
True. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, we were kind of all over the place.
Plus the, what do you call it, not working in the beginning kind of threw me